That's me.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Yes, I'm coming back with another video back to back because I'm like, I was trying to think of what makeup to do or like, something like that. So I thought, why not share some of my makeup tips that I've learned from other people or that I've kind of like figured out work best for me and my skin. Just to let you know, just because I do it doesn't mean it'll work for your skin, because like everybody has different skin types. But right here in my T-zone, I'm oily, kind of like normal, like a normal person ish, and then around my face is just like regular. So yeah, if you like to see my makeup tips, then just keep watching. First tip, do your eyebrows before foundation and everything. Okay, this is TMI, but I just burped and like I threw up a little bit in my mouth and it tasted like ass. Anyways, so what I was trying to say is to do your eyebrows before doing your foundation and eyeshadow, because if you do your foundation and then try to do your eyeshadow and your eyebrows, then it's hard to clean up your eyebrows and then the eyeshadow will fall onto your face and it'll be hard to get off. Anything, I feel like that works best, because if you have fallout, then it's like, sometimes if you wipe it away, because some people put bake, it doesn't even work, because then like it'll end up staying there anyways, or it, like the color will smear onto your concealer and stuff. So that's the first tip. Second tip is applying a good moisturizer before you do your eyeshadow, so that it gives your face like enough time for it to like settle in and stuff. And I would suggest one that has like SPF, but this one doesn't, just because like I don't really wear SPF, even though I should, and it's more like lightweight compared to like this one that I use at night, which is the Pond's one. It's like in a little blue container. I use this one because I feel like it's more like, I want to say oily-ish, but not like super. But I realized like when I put that one on at nighttime and I wake up in the morning, it's like my face is really hydrated. So I'm gonna be applying that first, just a little bit. Then the next step is gonna be for eyeshadow. Since I like using the James Charles palette a lot, but it's not good, I believe, when you mix it with concealer, because like sometimes I feel like when I put like eyeshadow on top of it, it like makes it look weird and like makes it darker. I don't know, I feel like that's, maybe it's just me. So like when I do my eyebrows, I have a little bit of concealer here, so the eyeshadow primer I use is a Smashbox 24-hour primer, and when I put it, I realize it works best if I only put a little bit of it and then blend it in and make sure it's not like separated from the concealer, because then it makes the eyeshadow turn out weird. So then I'm just gonna apply a little bit of that. And I'm sorry if you can hear my cat in the background. She's a crackhead and she just wants attention. She's literally down here and I'm like, oh my gosh. All she does is cry. Ow, my leg. I wish I could bring her on my lap, but she wouldn't stay. So then what I do is kind of like pat it out, as you can see, so I can make sure, because sometimes like I feel like if I don't pat it out well, right here in like the inner corner, like it like gets separated. Next thing is eyeshadow, and I'm gonna be using the James Charles palette today, because what else would I use? I love this palette, it's like my baby. I'm gonna be using this pink color right here first, and the trick to this is just like lightly tapping it, and you see like I have a little bit of product, just like going and lightly tapping it in. Because if you go in and you start doing like windshield wiping motions, you'll realize that it doesn't come out like as gradient as you want it to. And another thing, if you kind of have hooded lids, I feel like I kind of do, like if I close my eyes you can't really see the eyeshadow, is starting low, so that when you blend it out it gives that gradient effect. Because then if you start really high, then it's like to your eyebrow, and there's nothing wrong with eyeshadow going to your eyebrow, but make sure it is blended. Okay, so once I have that all around, like kind of like a half circle shape, I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna blend that out and blend till my wrist falls off, so that, oh, and then another tip, well, the tip for this one is kind of holding it at the edge so that you don't apply like a lot of pressure, because if you're using it like really close, you're kind of just putting more product on, and like the leftover product that's on the brush is just going to be distributed but very lightly instead of very harsh. That's honestly my only tip for eyeshadow, because it's like, it's kind of a pretty, like, that's all you have to do, just blend. So I'm going to be doing the rest of my eyes and then coming back so I can show you the rest of the like tips for the rest of my face. And the look I'm got inspired by is James Charles Bubblegum, like Unleashes Artist, like his palette, the look that he did for that one. So I'm just going to be doing that, and if you'd like to see that, then you can go watch his new video, which is like him picking or like trying to figure out which makeup is the one he uses every day. But yeah, so I'll be back. Now that I finished my eyeshadow, time for my base. Oh, and quick tip, I mean, I'm pretty sure I already know this, but I wiped off the excess that fell from my eyeshadow onto the bottom of my eyes. So next tip is I'm going to be wearing a matte foundation, so I'm going to be using like hydrating primers. So the primers I like to use is the Spackle Hydrating from Laura Geller and the Cover FX Illuminating Primer right here. Hope if that focuses. Okay, so I'm just gonna apply a little bit right here and right there, and then with the illuminating one from Cover FX, I'm just gonna put like 2 little dots right there, because like I said earlier, my nose is oily, so I don't want to have too much hydration, because then I'm gonna be looking like a oil slick. So I was gonna say, after you rub this in, that you should go wet your beauty sponges so that it gives it enough time to soak in the skin and make it more hydrated. And now that that is already set on my face and I already wetted my beauty blenders, I'm just gonna be using a little bit of the Maybelline Superstay foundation right here, and it's in the color 128 Warm Nude, and then like a dot, like I'm just like, I don't know how much more I can emphasize this, a dot of this, because this is like orange. I just got the wrong color a while back and I just never returned it because I hate speaking up for myself. Like right there, not even like anything. Okay. And then make sure your beauty blender is like damp, because sometimes people use it hard and that's what doesn't give you like that smooth look. So then you're just gonna bounce that all over your face. And the tip for this is just to apply it on the outer layers first and not too much on the inner part of your face, because then it looks like you have a bunch of foundation on. And a good thing about the beauty blender is that it soaks up some of the foundation so you don't look too cakey. Then after my foundation is laid, I'm going to be going in with my favorite e.l.f. concealer, the 16-hour camo concealer in medium peach. And I'm just going to be applying that under my eyes. Oop. I do like a bright under eye, but it isn't for everyone. And a little tip for this one, for the concealer, is going to be letting it sit for a bit so that it kind of like mattes itself down, and then I feel like it gives you more full coverage. So we're just going to let that sit, and then after you're done, I'm going to be applying the Maybelline Fit Me powder, the loose powder. I'm going to blend this out and then apply this. See, I look like a crackhead. I'm going to let that sit, and then I'm going to be applying my Sephora Micro Smooth with this Morphe G0 brush, or G0. Just be swirling and just patting that in. I'm putting it the places where I didn't put the baking powder. Now that I set my face, I'm going to be taking away the bake, and what I do is I just press it in with the same beauty blender on both sides. And since we use powders, we don't want to look really like matte and powdery, like still want to look like luminous. So I'm just gonna apply this rose water and glycerin and put that over my face. And then with the side where I didn't put the powder, I'm just gonna press the powder into the face so you can get a silky look. And then next step is gonna be applying bronzer, which I don't really have tips for. It just like go pretty light-handed because I like to apply this one in a darker bronzer to like give dimension to my face. So just go into the light hand, like when you're blending eyeshadow, and go use the ending by using the end of the brush and going in a 3 motion. And then when it usually comes to the darker shades of bronzer, like because I have this Cheekleaders Bronze Squad from Benefit, which I'm obsessed with. I'm gonna be using the Hula Caramel and this Morphe M405, and I'm just gonna dip lightly into that and then kind of like tap it. And for darker, you like to go towards like the back right here in the hairline and just blend like that in circle motions and go up, because if you blend down then you get like a muddy look, and that's not what you want. Put a little bit of that dark shade on my nose and on the bottom of my lip, and put it right here, just so I can look a little bronze baby. But the rest of my base is done. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna be applying like under eye eyeshadow and my eyelashes, and I'm gonna show you my last tip when it comes to makeup, which is my highlighter. So now that I'm done with my eyes, time for the highlighter, which is the last tip in my video. And as you can see, I applied a little bit, but I want it to be more in your face. So what you're gonna do is grab a little bit on your brush, and I realize it's better when it's far away, because if you do it too close, then like you're gonna mess up the highlighter. So you're just gonna spray a little bit right there and let that dry for a few seconds, and then apply where the hot points are. And that's gonna be the same thing for the rest of your face. I'll show you how it looks on the cheek. Let that go a little bit. I'm just gonna and as you can see, you get a more of a blinding effect, and just probably pat it down so it doesn't look too crazy, but yeah. Well, those are all my makeup tips. I already applied my lip and everything, and I set my face with Urban Decay all night setting spray. But yeah, I hope you guys liked the video and you guys learned a little bit something. If you'd like to see a certain video, leave it in the comments below. If you're not already subscribe to my channel, because I think I'm a pretty funny gal. And if you want to be notified when my videos get posted, then click the little bell down below and leave a like and all that good stuff. Yeah, bye.